Charlie with his linguini charting. He loses sometimes, but hardly. He's BTC Charlie. But now he's GBP Charlie. It doesn't matter.
There's no second best crypto asset.
He's charting. His trading is tough, but it's not all that bad with Charlie. He's got memes in the morning and more in the evening. It's Charlie. And when trading gets hard and support starts to lean, search Charlie. He's BTC Charlie with his linguini charting. He loses sometimes, but hardly. He's BTC Charlie.
There is no second best.
But now he's
There's no second best crypto asset.
Charlie. It doesn't matter what he's charting. His trading is tough, but it's not all that bad with Charlie. He's got memes in the morning and more in the evening. It's Charlie. And when trading gets hard and support starts to lean, search Charlie.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Just reading the chat already. Glad to be here. What is this song? The most cheesiest song I've ever heard. Yeah, someone wrote it for me. Like, I didn't request it. It was just in my DMs, which was one of the nicest DMs I think I've ever gotten. I've written a song for you. Here you go. Like, what? I think my wife was a bit put out, to be honest. But there we go. You paid 10 ETH for that song? Yeah, the top, the Pico top as well. At least it was effective altruism, right? I'm donating.
There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset.
So we're all going to ape into Aptos. When is it? When does it go live? I mean, clearly I'm very, very up to speed on the whole Aptos situation. Where's the market vol gone? Yeah, it's... you know. I mean... I tried to play sushi earlier, and it's literally... you know, we're up to 2.8% from the absolute Pico lows. 2 AM UTC, oh, I ain't staying up for that.
There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset.
Stradler. Can someone TLDR Aptos? Because I'm lost. I mean, yeah, TLDR, it's a scam. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a scam, but yeah, from the TLDR that I would give from my very limited knowledge of it, You know, I've got no affiliation with the project or anything like that, so you know, completely unbiased. It's probably the most hyped ecosystem ever, and given that we haven't got any transparent form of tokenomics, it's a bit odd that it's getting listed on things like Binance and FTX, despite the fact that nobody can actually tell us, you know, what people are actually buying into. So it's a bit of a strange one. And to be honest with you, it's quite, I wouldn't say the word depressing, but it's quite piss poor for the entire industry, for all of crypto, to be taken sort of vaguely seriously. Did I see the latest Aptos drama? Probably not. You know, where we're just listing a supposedly, you know, top tier projects that can't even publish sort of basic information. So retweeted it. Check out his timeline. Oh, is this the perp thing that they don't want? They don't want perps to be listed, so they're begging Binance not to list perps. Yeah, I did see that. That's hilarious. I just, you know, we've got such little confidence in our project, and we want price to moon so we can get, you know, our initial lots out at a reasonable valuation. Ugh, it's just beyond. Yeah, pump first. I mean, either way, so I'm looking forward to hopefully having a single asset that's just going to be in play and in focus. CISO can open 100 mil short personally. But, you know, I'm quite comfortable trading low time frame and scalping, and a lot of people are going to try it and get absolutely fucked. So I'm hoping that it's actually going to be volatile like Ape was when it first launched. Not because it's a good product necessarily, like I think Ape actually is, you know, in the long term. Not financial advice, Dior, etc. But I'm hoping that we get a lot of monkeys piling in either side and actually creating some volatility for once. I want a single asset that does another 1000x. Yeah, just one more bull run, and then that's it. Just one more. Well, anyway, that wasn't a really planned Aptos rant, but I mean that is kind of the flavour of the day, and the flavour of crypto Twitter today. How's everyone doing? Is everyone a bull, a bear? Don't care? Just want volatility? How do you see this chart? I'll just give the link. People know nothing and be happy. What's breaking out on spaghetti? It's sushi at the top. Am I in the Paragon group? I'd hope so, because I run it with Magus. It'd be a bit shit if I wasn't in it.
There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset.
Give me the 1%. Close your longs on Saturday because it's painful sideways. Yeah, to be honest, I mean I've not had great trading times since CPI day. Tons of crowds for everyone around. Yeah, I mean it's really, you know, I see a lot of people on the feed get like hyper bullish about BTC, and I'm just, you know, I'm not overly sure what there is to be hyper bullish about. I mean, are there any bulls in the chat? Any Omega bulls that are convinced that this is cycle lows, there's no more legs down, up only? Short term. What makes you say that? There's no right or wrong answer, by the way. Like, everyone's got their own views, I always say it. But, you know, we will settle our views and our differences in the market. So, absolute respect to anyone who is, you know, convinced either way. You know, personally, I've got no idea. I've got no idea on the next major move. But I can take some setups as and when they appear. said on Twitter I was going to show some alts. I was going to go through the alts that everyone replied with, and then I realised that there's literally too many. But if there's some alts that you're desperate for me to look at, because I haven't got a huge agenda for this stream, then let me know. Level to level, short-term run, but overall it's bear market. Yeah, Aptos. Yeah. Let me just find the Aptos chart. Here's where it's going to. So this is our target, right about. I'll zoom in a little bit. 47. Let's go a bit lower, shall we? Right about here. Why can't I change the coordinates to 0? But yeah, 0. If there's any justice in the world, which there isn't, so it's probably going to be like the most hated rally ever. Like, imagine all the idiots buy it on listing, and then it 10x's. Like, that's going to be the most painful trade for everybody to watch. It's like the best, most liquid 10x in the bear market so far. Again, not financial advice. That's not how I'm going to be playing it. But you can just see a timeline where that happens, and that everyone who's like, lol man, I'm going to short this to 0 like ICP. I mean, let's just take that shit off. People remember ICP? Internet computer. My opinion on open interest on OKX. I do not care about it, my friend. That is not. Anyone remember this? Like, imagine that we get something similar to this. Again, I'm not saying we will. But personally, a big fan of Dental Coin. Yeah, don't mock Dentacoin. Dentacoin had like, I think it was like 2.5 billion valuation. I tweeted about it once, and I was trying to remind people how fucking stupid bull markets can be, particularly in crypto, where, you know, you think that this project is horrific, it's terrible, it's probably got about 3 users total, but the market is retarded. And if something like SHIB or Doge can reach, you know, hundreds of billions of market cap, then why can't Aptos? Again, I've got no directional bias on it, but yeah, it's kind of like, if it's in play and you're on the wrong side of the trade, I will be getting out of it very, very quickly. I do not want to be, you know, trying to hold any positions for a particularly large amount of time unless they are in my favor, which sounds very, you know, simple and easy to do. If you're in profit, hold it. And if you are taking a loss, sell it. Or, you know, close your position. But yeah, quick in and out is what it'll be for me most of the time. Do I have any videos or links for scalping tips? I think beyond what I've already got, there's not a lot. It's probably a lot of what I just said, which is in and out relatively quickly. I think I interviewed Marusha, actually, Mathematic, if you guys know him, the French legend, and he said, you know, he said the longer you're in a trade, you know, the lower the EV of it, so the time kind of erodes your profit if you're on low time frame scalping, and I really like that kind of philosophy. If you're not seeing the reaction that you want, then why are you kind of still holding that position, I guess, would be the point. Manage your risk, end of. Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of conversations with people who, in these conditions, have been far too aggressive and have not managed their risk and have had the market manage it for them, that wonderful Suzu quote. Yeah, that explains my Saturday. Well, I mean, the other day, yeah, cheap hooker strat. Yeah, there we go. There's Stanley. Legend. He knows the game. Cheap hooker strat, in and out, fully protected, make your money and then fuck off. Made me feel uncomfortable to be in that trade. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I had an absolutely terrible trade the other day. I won't tell you where it was, because it was pretty much me in the order book, and I got very, very lucky that I effectively martingaled into one and managed to get out at like a $100 loss or something when I was quite deep at one point. So yes, even boredom can affect me at times. I mean, it started actually by an execution error, but there you go. Balls deep. Yeah. My wife was like this is a genuine conversation. My wife was like, when are you coming to bed? I was like, I'm waiting for Asia so that they can max sell, which is midnight, and she absolutely popped off at me. Charlie, if you were to trade Aptos, would you be looking for longs rather than shorts? And I've got no preference. And yeah, I think the words I used were, I'm waiting for the Asians to wake up and start selling. And she just, yeah, she was not impressed. Not impressed. And then I showed her my position, and then she was like, yeah, fair enough. Which RSI div? I need to just keep these like somewhere. There's the KZX one, which is there. Yeah, when she saw the money. Yes. How many digits is that? Is it meant to be red? No. No, it's not. Oh well. Wife wants some pump, you're trading shitcoins. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta, right? Sometimes you gotta. And to be honest, I had an absolutely amazing day trading. And yeah, I've managed to nearly completely undo the entire day. But yes, one of those trades where you get out at break even and you're actually celebrating. It's very odd. Very odd. She'll get her shitcoins and she'll like it. Indeed. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really actively trading Bitcoin at the moment. I cannot be bothered. It is just too slow, too boring. It's sat in this range. I've seen people post various, this is the bottom, long only, yada 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 setups, various triangle memes. I think you just move this line, don't you? Every couple of days when it doesn't quite agree with your personal bias, and just say, oh yeah, look. Am I not scalping 0.1% moves? No, sadly not. I'm too slow. If you want that kind of hot price action straight off the press, I would suggest Jim Talbot streams or Trader Magus' streams, because, well, they don't actually scalp 0.1% moves, but they're far deeper in the realms of the Bitcoin order books than I will probably ever be, unless we go back to a true 2018 bear market when basically Bitcoin and ETH were the only things with any fucking liquidity, and were the only things that you could actually trade with any form of reasonable size. You trade using a trading terminal? It's a bit of an awkward question, really. No is the answer, because I don't trust anything. And I'm trading with the FTX UI because I'm clearly brain damaged. You think Sushi pushes today again? Looks quite strong. Yeah, I mean, I took a position in it earlier and then I got out of it pretty much instantly. It's down here somewhere. The first rotation. but it wasn't a big position. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Spaghetti and if you look at what's been kind of in play the last few days, or the last couple of days, it's... Zoom out a little bit. It's been LDO, so I took a position on LDO yesterday and played the rotation. I actually played the first rotation down here somewhere. Played this. Because it basically jumped out almost straight away. There we go. So yeah, that was my warm-up trade for the day, or for the week rather. And you know, you can see that the kind of theme is DeFi and DEX stuff. Or with the big perp move that we had, which I completely missed because I was in Disneyland. Never trade sushi or atom again. Sick of round tripping. Yeah, I mean, people have said that it's like a meme, but if you look at my, well, you obviously can't look at my journal stats, but if I look at my journal stats, like, Atom is, like, by far my worst traded coin ever. And I don't know if it's just because I'm a, you know, terrible trader, or because actually the Atom MMs just do what the fuck they want. Is the gist of Spaghetti you keep an eye on BTC and execute on a higher beta alt? Yeah, pretty much. The way that I explained it to someone earlier was my view of this is when Bitcoin's doing nothing, then it's pretty difficult to sort of jump on and just get in any of these. So you just want to be looking at charts and just, you know, taking normal setups as you would on normal charts. But this will tell you kind of what charts are quote unquote in play and are probably moving far more than anything else. So you are going to maximize, or you are potentially going to maximize, I should say, not financial advice, etc., your returns by playing these types of coins. So what I like to do is wait for a Bitcoin sell-off, wait for it to start catching a bid, and the way that I think of it is, you know, the alts are basically horses, and they're running off in a race, and when Bitcoin sells off, they all reset, the horses go back to their little cage, and, you know, you're about to set off for the next race. And then you know, based off the last race, who are the fastest horses, right? It's all the stuff up here. You also can then see, on a lower time frame, you know, who is starting to come out fast. And the difference between this and, you know, a normal horse race is that you know, typically the ones that start strong stay strong. You know, it's not necessarily about duration, etc. Of the course or the course conditions or any shit like that. It's probably a poor analogy in that respect, but it's you know, who's running out quickly, and you know, where is the strength. You know, and I would be looking at basically, you know, we had a sort of fake rotation up here from, was it Perp? Well, I would touch Perp anyway. That's only on here for illustrative purposes. So yeah, I wouldn't have touched Perp, but maybe no, I wouldn't have touched Raven either because that's very out of play and just a liquid shite. So yeah, still sushi. So you're kind of just looking for outliers basically on what the strength is, and if you've got strength going into a dip and you've got strength coming out of a dip, then that coin is probably still in play. How do you get it? You literally click this link. May Plutus do 1000x. Yeah, that would make me quite happy. I've got a fairly decent sized bag of that. Clipped all of it. Uh-oh. Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, you owe me $4,000 for that. Thanks. But yeah, I mean, there's a little bit more to it. But to be honest with you, there are ways to kind of add some confluence to it and get a little bit more out of it. But as a basic principle, that's what do I think of Reef? Not a lot, really. Don't really have any opinions about Reef. Tabasco fucked you on the last bull run. I mean, Tabasco fucked everyone on the last bull run. That was literally what he did. How's the SEC investigation going? See, I love that you guys remember some of my tweets more than I do. If that's what you're on about. Or are you on about XRP? Or the accusations against Sam? That's the point. I haven't checked my FTT bag. I thought the dramas last night were quite funny. That was it, wasn't it? That was where the announcement came out, and then Sam instantly tweeted about the TWAP function with FTT in it. It's getting a little bit cringe now, isn't it? From some of the biggest people on the scene. It's I trade on FTX. What was the announcement you missed? I think it was just that. Let me have a peep. Ooh. A little ETH long this position from this morning might actually be worth closing. The announcement was, let me just find it. DB News. Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX US, are subject of probe by securities regulator. Ooh. Yeah, so that was it. So I think the TLDR of it is RFTT and BNB. Would I comment on Sam being investigated by the SEC? I mean, I don't know enough about it, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, no idea what the investigation's about or any of that kind of stuff. I mean, the fact that the FTT chart looks like this and basically instantly V recovered is suggests that the market isn't too worried about it at this point in time. There's part of me that just doesn't care what may or may not happen. Like, I'm not in a position to take a bet either way on that. So I'll just let it play out. I do have a reasonable sized bag of FTT. Guarantee Sam has fucked up at least 3 of our trades over the last year. How do you mean? Potato gun to head. Up or down? Up then down. Like, if I had to bet, I would genuinely say that we probably get like some small relief rallies, but I think anyone treating it as more than just a simple bear market rally is seeing something that I just don't. So, fair play. You are allowed your views, I'm allowed mine. I'll counter trade you in the market. One of us will take the other person's shackles. It's really, really not a problem. But from what I see, from a volatility perspective, it's really lacking. From an alt rotation perspective, they're not particularly strong, although Sushi might start running and prove me wrong now that we're getting a bit of strength from the market. Hey, Milo. Ruthless. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm quite happy to, have the debate with people around why people are so bullish here or what I might be missing. But all I see is I'll take this diagonal line out because, I was just memeing that earlier. Like, I don't think here is the place to go ultra bull. I don't think it's the place to go ultra bear. I think it's just treat it as we're sat in this range. Could we go up? Well, we could do absolutely anything, right? If I can sell off to 0 right now, if something catastrophic happened. But most probable play here. Do you want to long up? Do you want to short down? It's an interesting place for the market, I think. But I haven't really got any highly actionable signs. So showing weakness across here, entering into this level, but not it's not a strong enough move with a strong div for me to take it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I would want to see something. I would want to see some real clean divergences to be able to take the short here and to have conviction in it. Probably not going much lower if we don't last. At least get partial Phillips 21-22k first. We're probably not going to go much lower. 1385, a decent entry for sushi. We'll come on to sushi in a minute. Yeah, we're just range bound. I can't get excited about a huge move up, which is why I'm in and out of position so quickly. I mean, it doesn't mean you shouldn't necessarily be doing research for, quote unquote next bull run. It doesn't mean that we won't get a huge run up to something like 22k. Not at all. Market will do what it wants. You just got to have a plan to trade it and minimize your risk if you're wrong. And my plan is play out rotations. Thanks, Hapfi. What a legend. Yeah, we are seeing fairly strong upticks in sushi and DYDX. Which is slightly annoying as I puked my sushi position earlier. But there you go. Can't win them all. Sushi, what did you say? 13850. Well, kind of coincides with my meme line. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of decision point, isn't it, at that point? You get something like this, over under reclaim. Or rather, under reclaim. But I'm just being far more aggressive in my entries. I entered somewhere around here. And then I exited. Not much after. And it is because I want quite volatile moves. Yeah. I think for me personally, it's going to be a lot of waiting for the next guaranteed vol event. Because I quite like trading when the market is very, very active, which is why I'm quite hyped for Aptos APT. Why did I exit? Because why did I exit? Oh, why did I exit sushi? Because it stopped showing relative strength for a small period, and the market was just stalling generally. So I thought, I don't really want to be sat in this trade for a long time. And I thought the rotation was done because I wasn't seeing any real strength at that point in time. So I was impatient in hindsight, but it was, I would do the same thing again and again. Because if you get one strong rotation, that'll make up for 3 weak ones that you've made very small amounts on, or broken even on, or taken a small loss on. So my win rate, actually my win rate last month was surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. I've got it here actually. sure someone in the group can confirm that I'm not just spouting numbers. I think my lowest win rate on a day was 46%, which with the high being 69%, and basically everything else in between. Which usually my win rate is about 40%. Usually. That's scalping alts. Do you typically use RSI and AO for relative strength on lower time frames? Yeah. What my takes on the ETH1 RSI AO here? I mean, we bounced off the 50. If you were trying to play an aggressive short, you could look for some lower time frame bear divs, but you know, I was long down here, so I literally like bought into this. I bought into this down here, and I'm in a small long. Bitcoin up $20, bull market is back. Yeah, baby. Sailor's gonna break even. So yeah, if you were being, you know, I don't like that kind of div. It's really janky. You know, I want a div to look like that in price, and that. I don't want this to basically come back and almost retest the 50. That's huge, and I want it to be at extremes, which it just about is, but it's not completely clean. And you know, taking that short, you would have been in here, would have been in there. It wouldn't have been here. And you have got the confluence of momentum drop. Yeah, that's come and gone. Hindsight LARP. Are you gay, my son? I mean, my wife might be a little bit disappointed if I am. Why'd you ask? Nasty Jacer. Had an RSI reset, was that the premise for the long? No, it wasn't actually. I was literally low time frame degenning of that. Which is why I said it's a small position. Unfortunately. Why'd you ask if I'm homosexual? Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. It's just the first time I've been called gay on stream. Or since I was at school. Am I going to participate in the ABT listing shenanigans? I will probably not take part in the initial listing, because I think it's at about 1 o'clock in the morning, my time. So I will miss the initial listing shenanigans. On a serious note, money would be better off disappearing for a few months and trying to leverage trade any capital they have left out of boredom. Yeah, I mean, I massively agree. It's not really my story to share, but I can tell you that I know somebody who has traded in the last week or two, and they've taken like a 60% drawdown on their portfolio because they've just got chopped up, which, you know, is a fairly common thing. I think their portfolio did the standard thing of this, Let me go back. Like your standard equity curve for newer participants looks like this. Like that. Portfolio, minus 60%. And it's the typical psychological, I'm the greatest trader of all time. I forget my risk management. Oh fuck, big trade. And maybe I'm not doing it justice. Maybe it looks a little bit more like this. Oh, it's going to be fine. Yeah, you make 1 or 2 trades to try and get it all back. Starts going in your favour. Yeah, it'll be fine. Forget risk management. And back to your kind of standard trajectory. Absolutely nothing, nothing but respect for the guy who said, completely fucked up, Mama Ray's no bitch. was his exact words. I'm going to get back on it, take a little break and get back on it afterwards. It's, fair. Yeah, it was Jim. No, it wasn't Jim. It was not Jim. Yeah, he's going to make it. And that's one of the things that I said is that, having that kind of strength and just going, fuck, what you're going to do better next time? Well, actually, when my account reaches X, I'm going to take Y out. So here, taking a 30% haircut on your account and just moving it to cash, great. Well, I can do it again. All right, I'm back here. Go up. Okay, now we're up here. I'm going to take X amount out. And, having the curve look like... I'll just deal with this shit. Having a curve look like that because you're withdrawing is much, much, much better than, well, getting to the peak and having cashed nothing out. Yeah, very good mindset. Not just 100% downside it. And I think he did it over 3 days, is what he told me. So, people say trading's easy, and it's completely not. It's completely not. It's probably one of the biggest lies that all the fucking, YouTubers say. Look at this Rolex. You can make $1,000 a day with your $50 investment. Just buy my bot for $1,000 a month. Trading and bull market, everything go up is easy. Yeah. Trading's the hardest job ever. I don't know about that. I definitely think it's one of the harder jobs. And trading is, massively misrepresented. Massively. Because of the allure of you just press buy and sell and you make money appear on a screen. Yeah, mentally. I mean, it's the hardest job I've ever done. If you consider it that. Emotions and patience. Yeah, and I think that's the real struggle, is that what is difficult will be different depending on you and your personality, and then it's down to you to manage that. It's down to you to know your personal flaws. I'll give you an example. One of my flaws at the moment in these conditions is, well, some say it's a strength, some say it's a weakness, is that I'm not sizing on nearly as much as I should do when trades are, high expectancy. And I'm cutting trades sooner than I should do. And that I know that as a fact from my journaling. So, I see a nice shiny number on a trade that's gone like this, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to leave that on the table. So I'll either take half off, and then in classic terms, it'll go, and I'll go, great, I'm the greatest trader of all time, and then it'll just go fucking like that. And I'll go, oh, whoops. But equally, if it went like that, again, back to being the greatest trader of all time. How do you play hidden divs on RSI versus normal? I just don't play hidden divs. That's it. That's the source. It's hidden for a reason. over trading, cutting too early for me recently. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've got. If I want to trade because I'm taking like a low time frame 5 minute div, then I'm trading it with small size, and it's just it's a boredom trade, and I'm allowed to do a couple of those. Right, it's really not a problem.
There's no second best crypto asset.
But going in a full size position on a C plus setup, you know, is no bueno. You only know with the benefit of hindsight. Yeah. And I get that, but you can equally just add some very simple metrics or very simple trend indicators and go, okay, like I'm not gonna like let's say sushi. Sushi's probably a good example. Let's go lower time frame. Let's go 3 minute. Let's say I bought this, and you know I can give myself a real simple when it comes back and retests this EMA is when I should sell instead of selling in here. You know, I'm going to long off this. I'm going to assume it breaks through. Great, break through. Add. Comes back, retest, size off, size back on, go up, and then come back, and that's when I sell my position when it crosses. So a real simple price over or under low time frame EMA can help you hold a position for longer. But that's what I mean about you know, having objective criteria for exiting trades. But yes, I am being very cautious. That's one of my weaknesses at the moment. But equally, it's keeping me alive in what I think are genuinely difficult conditions to trade. So if you are trading it and making money, then you're doing something right. Better safe than zero. I like that. Yeah. It's very true. Is this hidden div in the room with us? When you play your hidden div, better hide your P&L. It's just a 33 AMA, I think. Yeah, 33 AMA. Yeah, no, there's not. I think the example that I would give as a counterpoint is when I went long at XRP, where was it? A couple of weeks ago. It was here. In this build up here, let me just turn this. It was in this. And you know, it gave a really nice setup. It was, you had a very, very clear invalidation, and that was when Big Wolfie tweeted it, and I ended up basically sizing on in this, whereas what I should have been doing is sizing up here. And I didn't even get a full-sized position. So it was that cautious approach that certainly cost me one of the better trades of probably the last couple of weeks. You want to be able to speak like me, eloquent and smooth, dulcet and British, I think is probably the. I think we get instant trading credibility just for being British, which is why you see so many British streamers. Oh, sorry, Gills, you asked about magic, didn't you? I don't think I've even got magic on my list, to be honest. Though I'm a very big fan of magic from a fundamental perspective. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. Even if it was a bit deep, but yeah. Oh, Matic. Do you believe in magic? Yeah, I mean that's a kind of similar story, right? It's if you want to short Matic, just put XO on notifications, and whenever he shorts it, just have a look at the chart, make your own informed opinion. But I know for a fact that he spent the last, like, I think he's spent the last 6 months, made about 10 trades, and like 3/4 of them have been shorting Matic from the Pico top every time. The guy is literally the anti-Matic. So you wanted me to look at the, what, 1 hour? Yeah, because I love shorting it. I mean, it's nice, but the thing for me is, you know, how would you have taken that trade? And we're seeing a fair bit of strength from it still. I've actually got Matic on here, haven't I? Yeah, it's not one of the worst performers. Certainly not one of the best either. Sandeep must hate him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been in my potential shortlist for a little while. Cake. Yeah, I mean, I do like the classic run up, establish a range, take the highs, which this hasn't done, and then short one is come back into this there. Short two is losing the range, but yeah, this wouldn't have been a setup for me regardless of an hourly div. XO is Sandeep Salt. Yeah, imagine if he was. Stone is saying, I said I had a good opinion about Matic. I think it was something like it's going up. I mean, I quite like, you know, any high time frame. Like I'm not trading high time frame particularly, but we do have some interesting high time frame charts. You know, for me, a clean pivot there. A relatively clean one down here. XO is getting excited about shorting the Pico top again. Yeah. Like, just personally, I wouldn't want to swing anything from here. You could probably. It's a bit janky, isn't it? Longer reclaim or something like that, but yeah, it's just. Yeah, this will be on YouTube or whatever it is. What do I think? Which time frame gives you the best RSI to play? 4 hour. I would suggest. I play more 4 hour divs. If you're just talking about that as a single setup with no confluence and nothing else going on. Oh, sorry, just had a cheeky sneeze. Yeah, so Matic, I'm not convinced. I'm not going to be longing here anyway. Not unless we get a pullback on BTC and it starts coming out very strong. How's ETH doing since the merge? I think this was one of the great examples that we went through on stream of Div, and just, that was the event, and it's just died since. Why do I hate Dentoshi's EMA strategy? What? Why would I hate Dentoshi's EMA strategy? I mean, I literally don't hate anyone's strategy ever. I think people can choose the way that they lose money, just like the way people can choose their own religion, or sexuality, whatever. We are free to lose money how we want. Seems like Exo's left Matic behind for Aptos. Oh, is he particularly bearish, is he? Sandeep is the founder of Matic. I don't know, Lou, and I don't know what that question is, mate. Dentoshi, yeah. Dentoshi's she's part of Altcoin Traders, and she uses an EMA strategy. She's very good. Can you show a setup you would take using RSI and AODIV? Just one example. I could do. But I don't really want to. There's probably not going to be anything like live. Oh yeah, that yeah, we spoke about that earlier. The project themselves don't want Binance to list the perps, otherwise it'll go to zero because everyone will be shorting it to the ground. But unironically, I don't know what will happen. I don't know whether we'll see some sort of brutal squeeze on all the people who just try and early short the shit out of it, because I can see that happening. And I can see the absolute seething hate of people saying that, this project that nobody understands and nobody's got a decent view of is just pulling X's out of its ass. It doesn't have to be live. To be honest, most of my setups lately have been just trading off this. I've been trading off altcoin rotations. So I mean, the only one that I did a small ETH trade today, which I'm still in, which was just off literally 2 to 3 minutes. Just off this down here. Literally that. Not clean at all. Not clean at all. Sucks because you can't use Binance. Oh, you're American. Would be smart for CZ to pump Aptos, to be honest, to gain retail's attention again. I'm not sure that something like Aptos is going to have retail attention, is it, particularly? Like, I think you are more likely to get, like, I don't know, if I put myself in the mind of like a fresh retail participant, I'm not that interested in a 2 or 3x, right? My $1,000 portfolio going to $3,000 isn't really going to change my life much. Like, that's just not that sexy. And I presume, although I don't know, does anyone know the listing price of Aptos? I presume it's going to be like $1 or $10 or something like that. You want retail bait, you want 0.00001. What if it goes to the price of Bitcoin? Okay. Yeah, Stoner, that makes sense. How did you sustain your family on $1,000? I mean, send them out to work. So yeah, I mean, I don't see there being a huge amount of retail hype for Aptos, and I think it is literally just everyone on Twitter being bored and hoping for some volatility and hoping for something that's going to actually move to trade. But I could be wrong, because I mean, I'm in that camp. I'm very much hoping that it lists and there is, you know, an active market to trade. But we'll see. Thoughts about ENS? ENS has kind of gone off the radar a little bit for me. I did quite like when absolutely everyone, you know, everyone's mum and their dog, caught the ENS long. I've already got it in here somewhere. And the total daily volume was like 2 million or something. They've either been holding it for a long time or trading with fucking peanuts. But I mean, it's not unreasonable. Are you ever an investor? I think you mentioned stuff that you're professionally involved in, but otherwise maybe. Yes. Yeah, I've invested in plenty of projects. I think I've disclosed all of them, he says. Yeah, I mean, I there's a lot of debate, isn't there, on Twitter about whether you're allowed to invest and talk about projects and say, oh, you know, I've invested in this, I'm therefore bullish on it. Show me an NFT? No, not yet. Well, I will show you NFTs later. Do you have a Pudgy? Let me finish this and I'll tell you a story about Pudgy Penguins. But yeah, no, I've invested in several projects. I think all my investments are pretty much done and out. Unlike everyone on Zach's list, I've never done the whole tweet for exit liquidity thing, but I would prefer it if people think that I do that, because then you're never going to be disappointed, are you? Like, people think that, you know, you need the exit liquidity whenever you tweet about low caps, which was my tweet yesterday, which is why you just don't tweet about low caps anymore. And you see a lot of people just veering away from it, because as soon as you tweet about something that's like, you know, a few of my friends put some money in something called, actually I won't tell you, but it's to do with the World Cup, and it's a very small low cap. They all put $1,000 in, and now their investments are quote unquote investments, you know, up 10, 20x or something stupid. They put the chart in the Telegram chat every 2 minutes. It's like, you know, it's the classic, oh my god, something's moving. But yeah, they've done very well out of it. And if I'd posted it at the time, I think there was $100,000 of trading volume, which, you know, isn't particularly a lot. So yeah. PYR seems to be the most shared by big CT accounts. Yeah, I mean, you know, personally, I've got nothing for or against PYR. Not invested, not affiliated, yada yada yada. My metaverse focus was somewhere else. Trying to use the chat as exit liquidity. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that was one of my big mistakes in the bull run, not using people as exit liquidity. Like, yeah, next run it's you know, full blown. Sit. You know, I'm gonna make a $1 market cap coin, $1, and we're gonna pump it to infinity. I just don't think it's worth going to prison for that kind of shit, is it? Especially if you don't particularly, like, desperately need the money. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. The next ship. Yeah, no, I mean that tweet twice. And, you know, get 5,000 followers in a day as a result of it. Cool to see you scout live, but not even ask stupid shit. Yeah, I mean, the problem, everyone sort of thinks that that's going to be really fun and really enjoyable, but the reality of it is it's like, you know, the market is so slow at the moment that it really wouldn't be that fun for you guys, I can assure you. At least prison has free electricity and gas, that is very true.
There is no second best.
It's, you know, roof over your head, warm food, sex twice a day, lovely. What more can you want? Yeah, no, I've tried to do that, but to be honest, you know, I've got like four screens that I look at when I'm trading, and it's quite hard to get all that information on a single screen and then talk through what I'm doing whilst actually taking the trade and sizing on and off. I mean, I could just do it with a small balance, I suppose, and then sizing on and off wouldn't be a problem. But I'll do some scalping live, everyone will lose money, and then I'll stop asking. Yeah, and that's the other thing as well. So if I sort of sat there and went, right, you know, let's pick something that's, you know, slightly less liquid, like Matic Perp. It's actually quite high. Let's go LDO. Okay, so if I started saying, right, I'm scaling into a long and or short, you know, if we start moving books, I appreciate there's 100 people in the chat, so probably not, but it would be, I'm not sure if you go to prison for that. Thoughts about crypto lagging behind equities? Just no interest. Yeah, I mean, I presume so. It's the decorrelation that we never wanted or asked for, right? I think it's pretty poor, to be honest. Just record the audio, simulate charts through back tests. Supporting any EPL teams? I can answer that question by saying, what's EPL? Eastern Plaguelands? Or have I just been playing World of Warcraft too much? Yeah, I did actually record a scalping video, and it was horrific. It was horrific, English Premier League. I stopped following football when Cantona quit, which probably tells you how long ago that was. Can I show you how you played that div trade? No. No. I pressed buy. That's kind of it. Pumped into Cantona the other day. Oh man. That was a childhood dream right there. Yeah, CRV is the only reason that CRV is not on my list, despite the fact that it's been quite strong and in play, is if you've got a choice between sort of sushi, CRV, and LDO. I mean, I'm taking sushi and LDO over CRV personally. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to stream for about 17 more minutes. So if anyone's got any requests or anything you want to chat about, fire away. Will Bat ever hit 60k? Bat? Basic attention token? Yeah, I haven't had a bat in forever. Shh, that is the classic McDonald's, isn't it? Oh, the Pudgy story, yeah. Maga stream should be soon. Yeah, no, I know. I'll we can raid him and ask him to chart Hex. Just spam him with please chart Hex. By the way, is Michael Saylor working today? Have people been hearing Michael Saylor as the stream goes on? Because I haven't had anyone complain about it. Yeah, if he's quiet. Fucking Saylor. Turn him up a little bit. So whenever anyone follows the stream, Michael Saylor says there is no second best. Like a background schizophrenia only. Yeah, so everyone follow, just so that a lot of entropy has to deal with Michael Saylor. The Pudgy Penguin story is I was going through my tax return the other day and my tax software, and I had completely forgot that one of my biggest losses, NFT-wise, was Pudgy Penguins. I think I'm one of the only people on the planet to have lost like reasonable amounts of money on Pudgy Penguins. That is pretty much the story. So yeah, it was one of those ones where I'd completely forgotten how, completely deleted it from my memory. Completely deleted. No, it wasn't paper hands. I literally bought the top. Literally bought the top. Absolute Pico top. I think I probably bought it. I probably bought a few, and then it's like they're all pedophiles or something. Like classic. Classic. Wake up the next day, it's fucking 40% down or something. Oh, great. I can't. I genuinely, I've deleted it from my memory. Absolutely deleted it from my memory. And I wasn't too great at journaling NFT trades as this is, you know, coming out, and it's because my NFT wallet was doing very well, and I didn't really need to. Because NFTs were just absolutely printing money. I mean, I had a lot of CHAMs at one point, and I kind of forgot about those as well. Like, I don't know if you guys know what CHAMs are. I'll show you. Grab the old Sailor bots. Come on, OpenSea. These. They're still like 2 ETH each. Yeah, so I had a lot of those. A lot of those. And you got free potchies, I think they were called. For every one of these you had. I think I told Ed about them as well. I think he bought a CM. CM Dream. What accounting software do you use? I'm dreading doing my tax return. I'm using. I don't want to recommend anything because they're not paying me to do it, so why would I bother? But the one I'm using isn't particularly great anyway. Who actually made money on NFTs? I mean, I made a lot of money on NFTs. My problem with NFTs was that I was so early. Like, I'm not sucking myself off, but I was so early to NFTs that I basically sold the test pump. Like I sold a load of what's it called, like art blocks, like what are they called, the kind of super rare ones. I can't remember it, and this was my fucking life for a year. For like 2 or 3x before they went like, you know, hundreds of X's. I got a Beeple for $1, which, to be fair, with that, I sold for a lot of money. I sold one of them for a lot of money. I sold one of them for 6 figures, so it was $1. What was the rationale for getting into them before they were a thing? So I'm a big believer in like just trying things in crypto generally. And you know, I replied to someone the other day who said, you know, you just got to repeat everything and stick at one thing. And I was like, I kind of agree if you're trading, and I kind of agree if you're you know, trying to master like a particular trading style. But I don't agree with it in crypto generally, because actually for crypto, you know, some of the best opportunities, you know, airdrop chasing, for example, you know, that kind of thing. If you've got a smaller capital base, then you can make, or you could certainly make, reasonable amounts of money doing things like that and just getting involved in projects, making a contribution by being a community member and potentially being like an advisor, not advisor, but a what do you call it, like community manager. You get a small allocation of tokens, and then actually, you know, if that project does do well, and you would hope it does because you want to be part of that project because you believe in it, yada yada yada, then you do well as a result. So I think there are so many different ways to quote unquote make it in crypto that sticking to one thing is, you know, is not always the best approach. Now, if you know you want to be a trader and you want to be able to trade in any condition and you want to be able to, you know, trade any market and that's your dream, then fine, you know, ignore investing, ignore putting like $1,000 through DeFi perps just in case there's an airdrop that's reasonable size, and putting some trades on and voting on governance stuff and all that kind of crap. But yeah, there certainly was a lot of opportunities to make money out of nothing, particularly obviously in the bull run. But yeah, I'm also like an artist myself. So if you know, like I thought I genuinely was in it for the art at a point. So, you know, take that as you will. You know, and if there's a new thing that comes out in 2022, 23, you know, I don't know what it might be. Could be anything, right? We had something called like BitClout that I thought was quite a good idea. Notionally being able to like invest and um, like monetize your quote unquote clout on Twitter and all that kind of wonderful stuff, like properly. So, you know, ideas like that, where I hadn't seen that before, sounds quite interesting. You know, I could be tempted to get involved in that. And yeah, new innovation, it's usually worth having a very small percentage of your portfolio dedicated to that, or at least for me it is, you know, not financial advice, etc. But I've always had a little basket of money where I can just do what I want with it. I can piss around with it in new things. In it for the art sounds a bit like in it for the tech, and yeah, it is. It is. It is exactly the same. You know, I've still got one of my Beeples because I genuinely like the art, but I could have sold it for, I don't know, 150 grand or something. I think that was like the peak price. This is how they get you. Well, yeah. I mean, for me, it's about having a plan and at what point are you going to sell, at what point's a lot of money to you. You know, I will never understand somebody who, for example, has no money, or sorry, has no like life skills. They haven't trained in anything. They couldn't go out and get a job necessarily. You know, they could basically go out and get minimum wage jobs, and yet they then make $500,000, and don't take any of it into a bank account, and then lose 80-90% of it. Like, I'll never understand that mentality. But do I understand how people with, reasonable sums of money behind them and, skills to last them a lifetime and to make money in kind of any condition, whether that's working for someone, whether that's trading, whether that's whatever, how they make high conviction bets. Yeah, of course I understand that. Perp is on here. Perp. Very horny. But look at what we're talking about. High time frame charts always fucking make me laugh. Honestly, boys and girls, it is it's getting excited over a couple of percent move. High time frame Killjoy, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to, remind ourselves of the depths that we're actually in. Do not zoom out. Do not zoom out. Yeah. Is there an amount that you would make where you would completely stop if you made it? It's a good question. And the answer is no. Because, like, a lot of people, I guess, think that once you hit a certain amount, like, you're done. And, I mean, I often find that the people who want to be free and who want, to not work for the man and not do all this kind of stuff, how do I put it? If you're not in it for like the love of the game and you don't love trying to constantly better yourself, better your trading plans, better your controls, better your systems and processes and all that kind of wonderful stuff, and you don't actually enjoy trading, you don't enjoy it, well then you're probably never going to make it doing it in the first place. So I think that's the beauty of like capitalism generally, is that it almost rewards the people who don't need it with the time and freedoms, like, to do those things, if that makes sense. So if you are an exceptionally hardworking individual who's passionate about markets and you love it and you've got a reasonable amount of capital behind you, yada yada yada, and you get to a number, like, it's not going to change your view of the markets. I mean, one of the most publicly, like, I can talk about him. I trade with $10, guys. Don't listen to me. As said, you've seen his cars, his collection, right? And you can see he's clearly very well off. But does he stop doing what he's doing? No. Like, why would you? This is, a passion, and it's a market that, okay, it's a bit dull at the moment, but when it starts moving, and who knows how long we're going to be able to trade this for anyway. Like, it would be interesting if we actually got to a point of, we're not allowed to trade this, it's illegal to trade BTC, anyone who trades it, you need a license or something like that, like the BitBoy rumor was, you need a bit license. Like, who knows if that's true. I highly suspect it isn't, but can you see a world where that might come true? Yeah, maybe. So make hay while the sun shines is what my granddad always used to say to me. Where's the perp chart? So someone asked me that earlier, and it's perp, which is perpetual exchange, and perp, which is perpetual futures contract. So it's perp. Imagine we get another run like this. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think we will. I'm not saying that we won't get another, bull run, but I think the amount of capital inflow, the amount of risk on, the amount of, risk on in TradFi, and the fact that we are now basically correlated with TradFi, yeah, I don't think at, with yields as high as they are, I don't think we'd get the same response. Bye. What's in Monster? Doesn't like that. He's gone. Tuned out. Bearish propaganda. But no, yeah, that's just my view. Like, if I'm wrong, I'll benefit greatly from it. If I'm right, then I'll still benefit from it. Just it won't be as explosive as this time. Someone asked me, what do I see myself doing in 10 years' time? I'll presume we'll be playing the rerun of Wrath of the Lich King again for the third time. Chat pause due to scroll. Okay. But no, I imagine in 10 years' time, I don't know. 10 years is a long time in crypto and in life. 10 years, my daughter will be older. She'll be like 17, 18. She'll be 17. It's mad. Even if we go to all-time high, that would be an incredible run to profit from. Yeah, of course it would. Of course it would. I just, I've said it a couple of times, that I think we have like an 80-20 run of like 20% of projects start doing well, but the dispersion of liquidity generally. So the fact that we've got 25,000 projects on CoinMarketCap or whatever, compared to the start of the 2020 run, where we probably had about 5,000-6,000, is just, it shows you the state. Why is Hex on my list? Because it's the future of finance, obviously. I think I used it as an example. But yeah, I don't mean to be bearish on hopes and dreams, and I genuinely hope I'm wrong, because if I am wrong, then it's going to be just as easy again at some point in the future. But yeah, and crypto's wild, right? The reality of it is that you could put $1,000 in a relatively low cap project, like a genuine low cap project, sub $1 million, and for one of them to do a 20-30x, it's not unreasonable. What was roughly your initial investment on crypto when you started? It was about $4.50. I think I got my pocket money the week before, so it might have been 5. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Cheers, mate. I've run up to about $7 over the course of the bull run. That really helped. And a little bit of pocket money in between as well. So it's been nice. FXS. Take profits, bro. Yeah. Ooh. My size is size, yeah. I mean, whenever I'm typing it in the sense, you know that the market's going to move. Your size is size. It's not the first time I've heard that this week. Ew. It's a very janky div, isn't it? I mean, it's up only. I don't really know what you want me to say about that. Lucozade on Charlie tonight. Oof, mate, no. I certainly cannot afford that. US Open. Yeah, I think hopefully Big Mag's streaming. Why a number not go up? Oh, look at that. Again. It's truth. Let's see what's going on, shall we? Ooh, good morning. Does Lucozade taste good? I'm a bit biased because my mum used to give me Lucozade when I was ill. So, for me, it tastes like defeat. It just reminds me of being ill and not being allowed on my computer or whatever consoles I had, like my Nintendo 64, PlayStation, all that kind of stuff, and having to drink Lucozade. That's what Jim calls the stick open. Is this where we stick it to the bears and go to infinity, straight to infinity? Or is this where we say this is the end of down then up? Do you mean up then down? Yeah, TradFi pumping last few sessions, but Cryptonaut is surely not good. Yeah. Are we lagging, or are we just dead? That's the age-old question, isn't it? Rip. Rip. Smacking it down. Is Big Magus live? Look at that. Lovely. Volatility, boys. Ooh, this is what it feels like. Sensual. He looks bullish. Well, one would hope. On chain is also bullish. Yeah, on chain is always bullish. I love on chain analysts. Just because I've never seen the chain say it's bearish. Never, not once. Supply on exchanges is down, guys. Yes, price down as well. Also never seen on-chain trader. Yeah, that's true. Only analysts. Yeah, that is very true. Chain says it's a buy, guys. Right, I'm going to see if Magus is live. He said he was going to stream New York Open. He's not. Should we let chat take a trade? What we do in chat? Jane, don't lie. Right, chat, give me a trade. Let's go. What are we doing? Long DXY. Long Aptos. Yes. Short BTC. Lovely. Already short BTC. Ah, someone's front run. He's using the stream as exit liquidity, guys. Oh, what's going on? What are we saying? Short XTZ. There's literally fucking no liquidity on XTZ. I'm not touching that with a barge pole. What are we saying? Something like this? So if we sweep the highs, we're out. If not, target 0. Matic short scam 24. 20x long on friendship. Wow. I don't even get 1000x. Fuck. Fuck. Hey, Paul. The last time I did a stream trade was with the group, and we actually caught the bottom. I literally did a YouTube poll. So, are we going for this, or are we going for something else? Short Sol. Again, Sol barely fucking moves, mate. We did a good thing. Yeah, we did actually. It was quite funny. It was the old YouTube poll. Right. Let's go. Let's short some lows. That was the trade in the chat. Are we in BTC Vol Death? Could see Aptos getting fun as everyone must be starving for Vol. Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the thing. That's going to be the driver of volatility, is the want for volatility. Do you know what I mean? Like, people want something to trade. It's as simple as that. Good morning, Magus. When are you streaming? Because I'll raid you. Because I've been on for an hour and 40 now. We're just clapping BTC. There will be one degenerate that will make life-changing gains. High leverage trading Aptos. And it's gonna be me, said 400,000 people. So soon we change this to be that. And we've got 140 R trade. 145 R, boys. There we go. Done. Now I'm a pro price action trader. I'll catch the top in the next one. 100x already TP'd. If you were to long Aptos, would you go spot or perps? It's a good question. Whichever had the most liquidity. And I'm probably not going to be in it for long enough for perps to matter too much. Prove it. What's your TikTok? I've actually got a TikTok account. Even though I'm a fucking boomer, boys and girls and days. Did I talk about the Aptos perps drama? Yeah, I did a little bit. Stop LARPing. You'll make me TikTok vids? Oh, cheers, man. I'm gonna basically wake up, make myself a instant coffee, go out to my Lamborghini and say, "Hey guys, you could be a great trader too." That's gonna be all of my TikTok. Can Bitcoin recouple, please? Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, guys. Guys. we catch a bid, please? Trunk it, yeah. I'll be doing it, and I'll just get a phone call on my Sol phone. It's a margin call. Yeah, hindsight 100R trades and Lambos. Yeah, I'll rent a Lambo as well. And then like spill some coffee in it and be like, oh fuck. When's the Sol phone coming out? I don't know. I don't know, but I kind of low-key want one. Solana rotary phone. Let's see what's actually happening. Well, Binance are bidding. I wonder if they've got enough left. I'm just waiting for my Aptos phone instead. What a Chad. What a Chad. There's not too much interesting stuff going on. Coinbase APN. Binance have been bidding since 28k. I know. It'd be interesting to see Magus's take on it all with you know, the actual order flow stuff that he uses. Pantoshi's been holding the line at 18k max bid. Yeah, I believe it. I do believe it. Yeah, I mean, low time frame. We've got the beginning of the end. That's it. That would probably be taking some off down there if I'm being realistic. It's pretty boring though, isn't it? Pretty boring. This is what I mean, like, do you really want to watch live scalping? I honestly think the best approach to scalping is waiting. It is literally recording 8 hours solid and then saying, you know, having a marker saying whether look at, you know, 1 hour 30 for trade entry, 1 hour 40 for this. I'm tossing a coin, yeah. Well, I pretty much did toss a coin. I asked chat, what we doing? Currently 2 for 2 in chat trades. But this one might just bore me out of it, to be honest. Man, I miss waking up and checking the latest NFT mints and seeing what's going on and seeing what projects have rugged and doing all that kind of wonderful stuff. Oh, last sale 11 ETH, price 369. Should we put him out of his misery? You know. Are there any like Max Payne ones, or is that the worst one? 17 ETH. Be a hero and long. Look, chat decided on this trade, not me. For what it's worth, I probably would have longed. And been 1% underwater. Boom, boom, boom. Do, 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 do. See, this is just like, there's literally like nothing going on. Do you want me to put some Poppity Ping Aga sounds on? Blow all your ears off? This will never rug. Plesh, Portal, Nomads. What? Just gonna go to sleep and wake up for the Aptos launch. I mean, I think that's probably a fair shout, mate. What are these? There's only 12 items. This is gonna be, yeah, one owner, 12 items. Like, I genuinely thought that, you know, this might all be the future of art. And our top trending collection today is Moths when Lamp. Fucking hell.
There is no second best.
Quite diverse.
There's no second best crypto
But, I mean, Jesus. I've not looked at NFTs for a little while, as you can tell, guys. Round trip. Hey. Right, what are we getting? Sushi. Oh, sushi. Sushi is showing its strength. Sailor? What's Sailor done? The Sushi V is quite impressive, not gonna lie. He said there is no second best. Yeah, well, we're shorting Bitcoin to 0. Sailor's saying there is no second best. Yeah, it's all well and good sushi pumping, but if Bitcoin's gonna die on its ass, then no rotation for you. FTX is selling hard. Yeah, this is fucking boring, lads. Watermelon, no second best meme was all time high. Yeah, that is great. That is great, to be fair. Say the second best meme was one of the highlights of 2021, I agree. There's a lot. Yeah, sorry, Coinbase done me fucking hell, what's wrong with my eyes today? Yeah, I'll say that was one of the greatest memes of all time. Some of his quotes are just like his daily Bitcoin bullshit is just like beyond. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not even making sense anymore. What was this one the other day that made literally no sense? Bitcoin is the heartbeat of planet Earth. The correct answer is Bitcoin. Come on, Michael. Bitcoin is not for the domesticated. Like, what? What do you mean it's not for the domesticated? I don't get it. Housewives over the country in uproar. Any bidders in the chat? Any bidders? Bitcoin is for the alpha, males offline. Yeah, true. Bitcoin is the secret source. Yeah, the mind boggles. But I mean, when you're that evangelistic about something, I guess it's going to come through, isn't it? A bit of sushi, maybe. Bitcoin short printing, yeah. Cop the mic short. Copped. Bid is relentlessly diminished. Yeah. Here comes Binance stepping in. It's just so slow. So slow. What happened to Sushi Bid? Yeah, right, lads. I think I'm gonna call it there. Wage data in 4 minutes. Oh. There's actually a good chance of Aptos will run higher than expected due to degen shorting it. Yeah. Yeah, potentially. Like, I just think that I think it'll be a combination of people shorting it. I think one of the most Max Payne scenarios, not that I tend to think like that, is it actually to run and just everybody be seething about it. God, it's just so fucking boring. I mean, the short's doing okay, but morning, Koi Fish Farmer. How are you, man? Fish and chips and all that British stuff? Yeah. Do I have any bias on the launch? No. I literally don't have any bias on the launch at all. Like, I'm just hoping for a good trading opportunity. That's it. Like, I've got no, you know, I think it's better to walk in without a bias on this one, for me personally, because like when Ape launched into a, you know, fairly a fairly bullish market on NFTs generally. So I think it was quite an easy, like, it was an easy long after the initial sell-off, to be honest. Let's have a peep. Let's go back to way back when. You know, the NFT market was still a little bit hotter than it is today. And I think people were so focused on it, and a lot of people actually wanted to own Ape. Whereas, you know, I'm not seeing, you know, any demand because people wanted Ape to then potentially get the other side deeds and all that kind of wonderful stuff. Whereas, you know, I don't see the same drive for Aptos, but I could be wrong. I think just playing it as a, hopefully, highly volatile chart for scalping is the best play, and it's what I will be doing. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, buy the coin them in the land. I don't think they knew that back here though. I think it was a this is gonna happen at some point. And I think here is where they announced it, or probably there to be precise. Because then it was just days and days of up only, and I woke up every single day in Long Ape for literally a 2-week period. And it was a very profitable time for me. It was lovely. Yeah, right. I'm bored of this now, boys and girls, I think max bid everything. Just send it all to 100k right now. What's Shib doing? Where's Shib up there? Yeah, it wasn't easy to show off the land mint. I didn't take it, to be fair. But I know people that did. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, boys and girls. Trader Magus is streaming in a bit. He told me he was going to stream... Magus Trades, there's this thing. He told me he was going to stream at New York Open, but he's late. because I was going to host him, raid him, and ask you all to spam shitcoins for him to chart, because I know how much he loves it. But check him out. He'll be going through order flow and his views on BTC in the market using very different methods to me. So appreciate if you can go in and troll him. But yeah, thank you all for coming, and thank you all for tuning in. As always, if you've got any questions or whatever, my DMs are always open. You know, as much as people meme about that, I actually genuinely mean it. Genuinely meme it. Whoops. But no, I do answer my DMs. As long as it's not, hello, can I have money? Because the answer will be, you won't get an answer, but mentally my answer will be fuck off. So, yeah. I wish you all tip-top trading, and I'll play the song one more time, just for the people who called it corny. And I'll love you and leave you and see you soon. Au revoir.
He's BTC Charlie with his linguini charting. He loses sometimes, but hardly. He's BTC Charlie. But now he's GBP Charlie. It doesn't matter what he's charting. His trading is tough, but it's not all that bad with Charlie. He's got memes in the morning and more in the evening. It's Charlie. And when trading gets hard and support starts to lean, search Charlie.